Welcome back to Bench Talk, episode 3. I'm Campbell.
I'm Kate.
I'm Kendall.
I'm Anne.
And I'm Thomas. Let's
First
go.
question of the day. In what ways have you guys seen sports become commercialized, especially within the past 5 years?
Definitely NIL.
I mean, also like another one I think of is like with sports or like the UFC, like pay-per-view events, especially with like boxing and stuff like that, subscription streaming with like how much you have to pay for to watch every NFL game this year or whatever, just stuff like that is the first thing that comes to mind for me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think of sports betting a lot.
Hmm.
I feel like social media even, like it's created more of that atmosphere and like there's a lot of ways to commercialize within online. I think we've just seen it definitely take off over the past 5 years.
I think of like Notre Dame and their like independent TV contract too, of like
Hmm.
they didn't want to play in a conference because they wanted like TV rights. So I think they're just very money driven, and I think sports have increasingly become more money driven rather than
Hmm.
like sport. Like for the love of the sport, it's all about money and like contracts and all the things. So
Do you guys think Notre Dame doing that was smart, or do you think it was?
I think it's
I
lame.
think
Yeah.
you think
I don't
so.
like
I
it.
think like
Yeah.
they were smart now, like in the grand scheme of things, like I mean, they never could have known what was going to happen with conference realignment, but like I
Hmm.
feel like now they kind of came out on top with that because they get to like choose their schedule and they don't have to like I don't know. They get to be pickier, but I don't know.
It was a genius move on their part. And you make a lot more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, but I also think they get like punished a little. Well, I don't know actually, because they make the playoffs basically every year because their schedule is usually pretty easy. But I feel like they should be penalized for not playing a conference schedule. I don't know. That's
I
just
think, I mean, maybe cheating feels a little bit aggressive, but it feels almost just like you're not playing the game fair. Like,
like
I don't
just join
know.
a conference like everyone else. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
They're
would
good enough
agree.
to
I
be in
just
the Big
yeah.
Ten. I don't know why they wouldn't just do that.
I think it is weird like all of their other sports compete in the ACC, but they compete in
Yeah.
their football doesn't. But
Hmm.
Hmm.
um I
They
think
just
they
want to
were
be
just way
different.
ahead of their time. Yeah.
Yeah, my problem with this is playoffs. They're automatically in every year. They
Yeah.
don't have any real competition.
They don't have to win the conference tournament to get in.
Right,
They
exactly.
just are in every year. But
Hmm.
I think it was funny, like they were still ranked after losing what,
Yeah,
like
that was
three
ridiculous.
games
Insane.
because
Hmm.
they're Notre Dame. So I think that was another thing of like they established like somewhat of like immunity because they're like, well, look at us, we have our own TV schedule. Like we're just better than everybody else, and everybody just assumes that they're good, even though they're like
Yeah.
really not. But
I guess maybe that's why I hate on it a little bit because it does feel like they just feel like they're better than everybody else. And it's like, okay,
um,
let's chill.
yeah. Do y'all think commercialization of sports is beneficial or harmful? Like, what do you think money has like done to sports? Like,
Mm.
I guess like the ethics of them and like just the natural state, I guess.
I think it's
I
both.
mean, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, no, I think it's both. I think it's definitely it brings a lot of money to the sport, it brings people in to watch sport. It brings athletes money, but it also takes away focus from like the actual game. It definitely can distract people. And even with like contracts and deals, it makes players want to go to where obviously has the most money for them, not really giving them any loyalty to a team.
Not to be negative, but like I don't know. I think of sports betting.
Shocker, Thomas is being negative.
Not. I think of sports betting, and like that's obviously, in my opinion, like a big negative for the sport. I personally don't sports bet, but like
Really?
I hate being around people that like when you're watching a game and all they do is think about their parlay. I think that's really annoying. I also
I
think
agree.
it's like the people that take it too far and they like threaten players after their parlay doesn't hit or stuff like that. And I think it just plays too big of an impact on sports. And I'd rather just see like the game actually being played rather than people always thinking, oh, what's Vegas thinking about this game? Like, how is it going to affect whatever the spread was? Like, I don't know. I don't really like it, but
I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
feel like,
great. It makes the intensity so much higher.
see, I was gonna say I'm torn because on one hand, I feel like it does make the intensity higher because you've got a bunch of people watching games that like they normally wouldn't care about because it's
I
not like
guess, yeah, that's
playing.
true.
And they're
That's
like,
true.
oh my gosh, like whatever. They want their parlay to hit. They want X and Y. But at the same time, then you'll be watching a game. And I mean, yes, most people won't like bet on a parlay against their team, I guess. But like
Mhm.
you'll be watching a game and it'll be somebody's favorite team playing, and they're like, oh, like I really want him to get a catch on the other team. And you're like, what happened to like team loyalty here, guys? Like, what are you?
Yeah, really.
I don't know.
Sports
I
bet.
love to sports bet. I love it.
What sports do you normally bet on?
I'll bet on anything, whatever my guy friends tell me to pick. You know, I haven't been able to bet being a college athlete, but since I came to Clemson, I've been able to because I'm not an athlete here. So I love it.
I will say, it is kind of like I have done it before. I don't do it often, but it is kind of fun.
Oh, so now we're
I will
lying.
admit that.
He's not
No,
gambling
I
anymore.
said I don't currently do it, but I have done it before.
He's like, I haven't in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like
Well, you
super
guys say
intrigued.
Yeah, you guys say I'm
What?
too negative, so I'm trying to like play both sides a little bit.
Right.
I was super inspired by Dr. Hakeem's parlay the other day that he shared with the class, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
also am not allowed to bet. But I was like, oh my gosh, I could put in $5 and make like 500. Like, wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this
When's
is
And
the
all
money?
it brings
hypothetical.
viewership, so I mean
Yeah,
that's
this
what they
is
want is
all
viewership.
hypothetical in South Carolina.
Yes, true.
We are all
That's right.
Is it
this is
illegal
all
here?
hypothetical. In South Carolina, it is illegal, but this is all
Wait,
hypothetical.
I
So
didn't
You can use
it's good.
you can use prize picks.
You can do like I
Yeah,
think like player props are legal, but like you can't
Right.
bet on teams or anything. I'm pretty sure.
right.
Huh.
So like FanDuel's banned here,
hmm
but player props like prize picks. So
I guess
you
that's
gotta
an
make it
interesting
work.
question to play off of is how do we think that even just in the context of sports betting, different places having it legalized versus not, like how does that affect sports?
I feel like it makes it seem so shady.
Oh,
It's like illegal here, but legal somewhere else. Like it just makes it feel like,
no,
ooh,
wait.
like
Now I'm curious. Where is it
Like
Either
located?
way, it's gonna happen.
yeah,
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
people are
right.
You
gonna
have
do
a
it anyway.
bookie.
hmm
Like you
Yeah.
could bet. You just gotta make it work.
Wait,
Not from
guess how many-
experience or
Guess how
anything.
many states it's legal to bet in, or like, sports bet?
I'm pretty sure
20.
I was gonna say I was gonna guess like 3.
Wait, what did you guess, Kendall?
20?
What did you guess, or Kate and Thomas?
I didn't guess. I would probably say like less than half.
I would probably say 35.
39.
Oh,
Ooh, I was
Jeez.
close.
It's a lot more
Winner.
than
I was
thought.
really I was going for the
close.
no
I wonder if it's
over.
legal in my home state.
Yeah, it's legal in Oregon.
Legal
It's legal in Virginia.
Yeah, no South Carolina. That's crazy.
It's legal
Okay,
in
so
North
we're
Carolina.
Wow.
What's
Wow,
honestly the
more
point of
you-
that? If there's 39 states that it's legal in, why make it
Right.
illegal in
I
South
wonder
Carolina?
if
I don't get
eventually
that.
it will be legal in all states
It
because
has to be.
some states are like getting approved as of like this year, last year. So
Well,
like I'm
it's
sure
banned in
probably-
certain states because it's considered gambling. And so gambling is illegal in South Carolina, at least to my
Oh.
knowledge.
Like
I
any
could be,
gambling?
I believe
Really?
so.
Wait, so there's like no
can-
casinos here?
No.
That's crazy.
Are
Like
there casinos
all,
where
yeah,
you're from?
all
I think it's like
gambling
Myrtle
is-
Beach. I think in Myrtle Beach, like that's weird that there would be no
Well,
casinos. Like
wait,
in
isn't
Myrtle
it like
Beach.
on native land? That's
Well, there's certain like people that will take like boats out offshore from South Carolina to then go bet, and then they come back into
Where?
the country because they're considered not. They're like casino cruises.
Wow.
It's insane. We had like I had a sports economics class last year that talked about this. It was ridiculous.
Well, Oregon, I know that we have like a bunch of native land. And so they're allowed to build casinos on native land. So there's like 4 near me, but they're all like not on like Oregon
Wow.
government land.
Mm.
I don't
Wait.
know.
Wait, where are these casino cruises? And like, if you had
Thomas
a
wants to
number,
go on a
like-
casino cruise for spring break.
well, if someone was wondering what the website would be to go like on one of those, what would it be?
Like, you know when they're available, ask me for a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they just
No,
go
I
on. They
kinda-
go on
Dock
the
out of
international waters. You go bet, and then
Victory
you come back
Casino
to port.
Cruises.
Is that illegal? 'Cause
Tickets
that-
are $20.
That feels like it should be illegal.
Can we do
No,
a
my
mom
podcast on the
did it
casino
Yeah,
every
cruise?
weekend.
next podcast, cut to next week.
On
and
the
we're
casino
on
Yes.
cruise.
cruise.
Only $20 tickets.
That's kinda crazy.
4.1
Wow.
stars.
Well, I would assume you use all your money on their gambling
This
machines.
is true.
Yeah, there's a
Victory
reason the
Casino
tickets are cheap.
Cruise.
That'll do it. That'll do it. There are probably like free drinks too while you're at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, in South Carolina, it's like commercial gambling is illegal, and so is like private, like poker with your family is illegal in like a private home.
So like if the cops
What?
came and you were playing poker in your dorm, like you can get arrested for that.
Oh, this is suddenly very
I have no
confusing.
idea. I would maybe like assume.
No, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
You
so at
just-
the
yeah.
Instant House, no poker.
Because poker night later's off.
Yeah,
night
I
is
have
so
to make some
off.
calls tonight.
Oh,
It's funny. My brother plays all the time, but I'm also from Charlotte, so like
Yeah.
it's completely legal. But that's weird that that would be like you would be doing something illegal if we lived in South Carolina. Like,
Yeah, it feels so like low-key innocent. That's kind of crazy.
I know.
All right, next question. So we don't expose Thomas.
We got a little off topic.
Was that my fault? Sorry, guys.
That's fine.
What are y'all's opinions on the ways emotion is portrayed in sport? Do you think it's weaponized? If so, how?
People love to see emotional athletes, and I think like I remember like it was this TikTok and it genuinely like made me cry, and it was like, why do they always show the losing team crying? Like
Yes.
after like the March Madness, like
Yeah.
they lose March Madness and they like show, but it like sells, and like that's so sad.
Completely.
But
I'm forgetting who it was. You guys will know what I'm talking about. It was after Super Bowl, the one, who was it? Who lost, and he was like, there's a picture of him looking at the other team.
yes,
Oh, was it
my
Stephon
gosh.
Diggs?
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
Like I feel like that picture perfectly encapsulates how people use or like weaponize emotions in sports.
Hot take. I think he was just one of the cool Instagram picture. and
Oh,
that's what I looked at.
100%. But of course, all the media
Bringing it
outlets are
back.
eating it up.
Yeah,
bring it back to
of
the
course.
commercialization.
And then everyone
sport.
started doing that. There's like
Oh yeah.
every athlete started doing that. But like
I
the way I think of like emotions being used to commercialize sports is like with rivalries, especially. Like if you think of college football, with us in South Carolina, it's like rivalry makes that the biggest game of the year because of emotions. Like we don't like them, they don't like us. If you think of like the game, Ohio State, Michigan, those two schools honestly care about that game more than like winning a championship. Like if Ohio State loses to Michigan again, but they win a championship, Michigan still has that over them. So like emotions of like just disliking another school is helps to commercialize the sport because those games are always the biggest games of the year.
Yeah, and like all the promo for those rivalry games
Yeah.
is just like the fighting.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it's literally like I mean for Red Sox Yankees that's what it was. Like for the
Uh-huh.
wild card game it was like all just like benches clearing and like all the comments were like I need the benches cleared, like all of this stuff. So I think it's just like
I mean,
I
even
mean-
with like the NFL rivalry jerseys, like I mean, I know we talked about that last time, but like that is commercialization based on the emotions of rivalries. Like
Mhm.
it all
Mhm.
kind of comes back to it, even when you don't really realize.
Yeah. I think also a different like I think a different lens of it is just looking at like men's and women's, how they are framed and how obviously that is changed based on like the emotion of how it's being reported on. Like female athletes are more likely to be reported as like more emotional and like they get written in media as like angry or upset at something that a male athlete would be framed as like passionate or super driven. And I just think that's a cool way to look at it too, of like how different media outlets will either praise or demote an athlete based on kind of how they're presenting their own emotions.
Yeah.
that
I
is so true.
completely
Like,
agree.
yeah. Like if you had two girls fighting, it would be like that would not get the masses fired up in a way that two men fighting would. But that's just
Hey,
like how
Let's
the
not
media.
hate. Let's not hate.
Right.
Sometimes it
No,
does.
I'm just saying like that's not what I personally believe, but like just
A
like
fight is a fight, honestly. Like,
right, like I don't know, but just
I'm
like
just
the
staring
way
in.
the media is. Sorry, just what we were talking about in class, and just like upon like research, it's like well, the media just frames men and women differently, and like
No,
I don't know.
agree. I
And
agree.
like the NHL, I think is a big example of that. Like they make so much money off of like, I mean, like the refs will just like sit there and let people fight. So it's like
that's
until it gets
awesome. I
like
wish every sport did that,
dangerous.
honestly.
I actually completely agree.
Yeah.
It means they care. I feel like the fighting is fun because it's like
they actually care about it. And I think that's something that's been lost is like, especially in like pro sports, it's like people are already getting paid. Like I was looking up
Yeah.
when we were talking about commercialization of sport, like Jalen Brown's contract is like $304 million. And so it's like all these people, like regardless of really how he plays, because it's a 5-year contract, but like I don't know, I feel like people just don't care anymore. And so I think when emotion is showed, I think that's something that was some I don't know, people loved about sports was like how invested
Yeah.
the athletes were in it. And so and then
Mhm.
as a fan you become invested. So I think we've lost that. So I think
Yeah. Did you
that's
guys
something
see
that's been good.
it was Tyreek Hill, right? That broke his leg and then he was smiling. That was him, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, Everybody was saying like, oh, he's smiling because he knows he's still getting paid for the rest of the
Right.
season, knowing he's not gonna be able to play at all. It's like
Right.
at least
Yeah.
try to hide it, please. Make
I
it seem
know.
like you care, please.
No, yeah, I know people always talk about like recently talk about that with like college athletes, especially is like they don't play for anything anymore because they used to play for scholarships and they didn't have guaranteed like $3 million a year like these big stars in college do now. And like people are saying like with Clemson especially, guys used to have some dog in them, but now they just know they're getting paid and they know they're going to go to the NFL, so they just don't care anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a way that you can say that even just like I guess the monetization of sport is harmful. Big
Yeah,
words, but
okay, I see you.
There we go.
it's definitely harmful in certain lights, especially when it's like you look at our football team and it's like it's hard to tell that they're really wanting it because it's just the
Mhm.
performance is not where it was and where it was expected to be. No hate to the viewers who are potential
I know we've got a
footballers.
lot of football player viewers out there for sure.
Yeah, they're big fans of us, but
For everybody.
I think it is hard to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So, do you guys think there's a connection between like emotional manipulation in sport and like how they commercialize it? And if so, in what ways?
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
we've
you've
kind of
got
been
your
to oh, go
villains
ahead.
and you got your heroes. Sorry.
I agree.
That's true.
I mean,
who
we've
do
been
you think the
talking about it
villains
the whole
are?
time.
Yeah.
Kendall, who do you think the
Yeah.
villains are?
Oh, that
Ooh.
I love Rory McIlroy, but on a golf
Mm.
side, he is viewed as a villain, especially
That's
after the
true.
Ryder Cup.
Or
But I
Hmm.
love
Oh
him. To
yeah.
me, he's not a villain, but to the rest of the world, he's a villain.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I feel
that's
like LeBron became like he used to be a villain and now he's like became kind of a hero. I don't know. LeBron, I feel like in like 2015, 16 was like one of the most hated players in the league and now like everyone loves him.
well. I know we're talking to
So,
some LeBron haters over here.
It's true.
yeah. My
Sorry, he's
opinion
just not
hasn't
the GOAT.
changed.
I
Jordan
don't
He's
is
just
the
know.
not the
GOAT.
I
GOAT.
think you hate him or
Six
you love him, but you gotta
championships.
put some respect on the name.
I mean, he's a great
Obviously, yeah.
player, but like, I don't
He's
know.
just the second greatest player.
Right.
It's true. I don't
Next
know.
up
Who
After
else
is
is a
my
who?
villain?
friend,
I don't
obviously.
know.
Who's number one?
Michael Michael Jeffrey
Michael
Jordan,
Jordan.
obviously.
Oh,
Michael
thank God. I
Jeffrey
hate when people say
Jordan.
LeBron is number one.
Oh,
Michael
wow.
Jeffrey
Wait, Anne, what
Jordan.
are your thoughts on this? I didn't realize we were with all LeBron haters.
Listen, see, I I don't really follow LeBron like that. I think it's a little cuckoo how people are like obsessed with him, but I
Okay, if you're
also
not a
think
LeBron Glazer, it's whatever.
like I don't think I could ever go play basketball like that ever in my life. So I get the respect.
I don't
So
know.
you don't like the "You Are
I
My
thought you were
Sunshine"
LeBron.
LeBron videos?
Oh, those were hilarious, and I think I saw maybe 1,000 of them, and those were probably the highlight of that time.
The LeBron memes are pretty funny. Like when they say like "le" and then they give him a name or something. Like
I mean,
those are
my
pretty
mom even
funny.
thought that was funny, and she thinks everything's
Yeah.
stupid. So she was like, "Well, because my brother just like is completely brain rotted. I love him so much, but he just like loves the, I don't know, he's so online TikTok, but just like the brain rot, whatever, and he loves the lay. He would call her like lay mom, and she thought it was like so funny.
Oh.
Wait, I might start using that, mom.
Lay
LeBron.
mom,
No, I think I'm getting bad.
lay Becky darling.
I laughed at the 6'7" thing Dr.
Oh
Akeem
my
said today.
gosh.
That
Dude,
was
same.
bad.
Oh,
I
I thought
literally,
that was
You
so
did
funny.
it too, Thomas. You
I had to
did
put
I
it.
some time out for
know.
that. Like,
Thomas is like,
my
oh my God,
football
it's
team
so
is
bad.
the 6'7" ballers. Like we are six
they
seven
came up on my
ballers.
suggested on
Are you
Instagram.
serious?
Same, same.
Oh no.
I
Well,
didn't
I guess
realize that
that's a
was
good plug.
you.
Go follow the 6'7" ballers. We're currently undefeated in the
Let's
purple
Oh
go.
league.
yeah.
Let's go.
In the purple league, is that the competitive one?
No,
No.
Okay. I don't know. I've
Zero
never played in
hesitation
a real.
there.
it's a self-officiating. We don't know what we're doing league. No offense.
Wait, I want to be in the purple league.
You can
Wait,
come
can you
play
tell
as
us
a
when your
special
games are?
guest.
Shamelessly
My
plug your games
games,
right
my
now.
games are on Sundays at 6 p.m. on the snow complex fields on the right side. If you're in the Clemson area, show up. We're in hot pink cutoffs that all say 6'7", and yeah, it's
I
really
hear
great.
this won't be posted before then.
Wait, can we throw
We were
some?
gonna keep. Well, we have an off week this week because of
Oh,
fall
perf.
break, so we'll be
I
back.
have
We'll
a
be
bye
back next
week.
week.
Okay.
We have a bye week.
Bye week.
Bye week.
Can we can we throw some highlights in like during this show, like some and
Yes,
six
please.
seven
Like,
ballers highlights?
I mean,
Can we
yeah,
cut to
there's
That's
those
the
highlights
promo
right
for this
now?
episode. Six
Yeah.
seven baller
six
silence.
seven
W
ballers.
idea, W idea.
Oh goodness. But yeah,
Dr.
there's
Akeem knew what he was
lots of
doing with that.
pictures.
Yeah, he definitely did.
No, he literally he was like 6, 7, 8. Bro, come on.
Oh,
I'm tired
that's
of it.
it's too good. I work for Clemson Homes like marketing, and there's one video that I had to sit there and explain to my boss why we needed to do a 6'7" social media like post. And I had to sit there and go, this is what 6'7" means. This is why it's funny. And this is why people are gonna click on it, and it's gonna be great.
That must have been a long conversation because I don't know how I'd explain to someone why 6'7" is funny.
Yeah, no, I had to
Not
it was a very lengthy conversation, but
Uh, like if my mom asked why 6'7" is funny to me, I don't know what I would say. Sorry, wait,
I
why are
would
we
say I
talking?
don't
We
I
went
don't
off
know.
track.
Tom's heard 6, 7, and could not let it go.
Yeah.
Okay, I am honored to welcome Reagan Carey. She is one of my good friends. She was an ESPN LA intern last summer. She has been a Tiger Vision sports anchor, a Clemson Athletics replay intern. She has a podcast with her dad called Raised on Sports, and she's a host, and she is a current Clemson senior. Well, we're honored to welcome Reagan Carey to our podcast. Reagan, could you tell us just like a little bit about yourself, background working in sports, just kind of like an overview?
Yeah, I'm Reagan Carey. I'm from Orange County, California, so quite a bit away from Clemson. I'm a senior here, sports comm major. I've done quite a bit of internships. I interned with ESPN this summer, which was really inspiring and amazing. I came to Clemson because I wanted to be in sports. I wanted to be like a sports broadcaster my whole life. And so I came here. And now that I know so much more about the sports world, the sports industry, all the jobs, I've kind of pivoted into more social media content style of what I want to do. I've worked with athletics doing all sorts of things from video production. I'm a replay assistant with the ACC network. I did the marketing and fan experience internship. And the list kind of goes on. But yeah, that's kind of a little bit about me. Now I'm a senior and I'm applying for jobs.
Yes, oh my gosh.
That's amazing. So you've worked so many different jobs and they all sound amazing. Has one like been your favorite or are they all kind of unique in their own way?
I mean, it would be horrible to say that ESPN wasn't my favorite
Yeah.
because that was just incredible. I worked in LA. I got to interview everyone like the Rams, the Lakers, the Kings, and the Dodgers. They're partnered with everyone out in LA. I worked for the radio station up there. So it was really cool to see the inside like scoop of how everything works over there and how a lot of it is kind of built from like their sales team, which I had no idea that it was mostly a sales team. I just learned so much. It was like a program where I did sales, marketing, content, and kind of everything else I wanted to learn. And so I just learned a lot within a summer and met so many cool people.
That's really cool. Can you tell us some of the areas that have posed challenges for you?
Ooh, editing. I am horrible at editing, and I learned you really need to know how to edit in this industry. I have my own podcast with my dad, and so that's kind of what helped me learn how to edit and watch tutorials. And I'm always on YouTube watching tutorials and like learning how to do Premiere Pro.
Do you do all
So
that editing by yourself, or does your dad do some of it?
yeah, I do everything.
Oh, wow. You really
What's
have
your
to know.
podcast about?
It's not sports. We just talk
Okay.
about whatever's going on in the week. He's a huge sports guy, so he kind of taught me everything I know about sports. And so he just sits there and talks for the hour long, and I do everything else, like edit, produce, set up the show scripts, actually get things done and posting them to everything, doing the social. I do everything, but he talks, and I love him for that. So yes, editing would probably be my biggest challenge in this industry, but I'm learning.
How long have y'all been doing the podcast? That's so fun.
It's been a year now. Actually,
Okay,
it was a year ago today that we had our first
cool. That's
podcast.
Oh,
awesome.
That's
wait.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But kind of what would say what would be your one of the biggest lessons that you learned from working in all different kinds of sports?
Oof. Hearing no, being rejected a lot. Uh, from like the whole internship process this last year for the summer going into my senior year, I applied to 65 internships around and only got two interviews.
Wow.
One of the interviews I thought went great. The day after, they're like, "No, we don't want you." And then I then got an interview to ESPN, ended up getting it. Who knows how? Didn't have a single connection, so I don't know how the heck I got that internship. But I heard no from the 63 others. So I guess 64, counting the interview I didn't get after. So yeah, that's not
yeah.
fun.
So, what would you say is like a piece of advice you'd give someone who's like hoping to get into sports and get to like a position that you're in?
Um, Everyone will tell you something different, which I've learned. I've done a lot of like networking calls. Really trying to get advice from everyone I can, and everyone tells me something so different. But what I think worked for me, or I'm still learning, so don't take this with a grain of salt.
No, you're all
But
knowledgeable now.
yes, what I've learned is that like trying everything and seeing what sticks. Like I said, I tried the marketing and fan experience internship. I loved my time there, but realized that marketing wasn't my thing. When I've done production, I've realized that I really like it, but I don't like doing the camera. I've learned I'm not good at editing, but I should be, and I'm learning. But so it's just like really trying out everything you want because there's so many jobs within sports that you have no idea about. Um, so yeah, I hope that answers that question.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
The next question kind of goes right off of that. And I know you and I have talked a little bit about it, but just kind of learning from all those past roles, figuring out what you want to do post grad.
Mhm.
What are you thinking?
Oh God.
Big
That's
question. That's
a million
huge
dollar
answer.
question. I've applied for a couple jobs right now. My goal, and this might shock everyone in the world, I don't know if I specifically want to work in sports anymore, which is crazy. But so like what I'm trying to do is work for NBC Sports or like a media outlet like CBS, NBC, and I guess ESPN too. But I like how these other media outlets like Fox as well, all of them have sports and then entertainment because I kind of want to get into like the entertainment media world that also goes hand in hand with sports. It sounds crazy and it's very niche, and I'm trying to pave my way into a place that I don't know if really exists yet, but that's kind of the goal. So hopefully moving to New York after school, and working for like a media outlet, whether that be in sports or entertainment is the goal. But
Yeah.
I'm
It's so
writing
niche, but I can
this.
so see you doing it. I think you're gonna thrive.
Thank you.
That's so cool. I'm also thinking about New York, so that's awesome to hear
I've
somebody
also
else think
never
about
been to
that.
New York, so
Really?
I don't know why I
It's
think
awesome.
it's like
So why New York?
I know I worked in LA, so I'm like, I don't
Okay.
know LA, so we're hopefully maybe gonna try New York, but
Yeah.
I have to get a job first. So
And like from
They're very
California, I
different.
feel like you want to go to like I don't know. You've
yeah,
you've experienced it.
yeah, true.
So I guess kind of building off that, like interviewing and all this competitiveness doesn't matter. What is your like dream role, dream
Ooh,
job?
dream job since I was like 5 years old was to be a host on the Today Show, like
Oh, that's
the
awesome.
early morning Today Show, like Kathy Lee and Hoda, like vibes.
Mhm.
So that's always been my role, and then I like or like dream, and then I fell in love with sports, and so then I wanted to be like a sports host, and now I'm kind of back into that entertainment world. That's dream. So
Yeah.
I gotta start
That'd be
somewhere
so cool. I always
eventually.
wonder how people do that.
I
Like,
don't
how
know
did
yet.
Hoda get on the Today Show?
Yeah.
Could you tell
Um,
us a little bit about more about the process of getting the internship? Obviously, you know a little more than others, so just expand on it a little bit for us.
About how I got my internship?
Yeah, or just internships in general.
Um, I mean, every experience has been a little different, so I'll kind of dive into the ESPN one because that's just the most recent. I applied in like March, I would say. And by that time, I've already applied for like 60 whatever and gotten 60 rejections. So I was like just applying to literally anything and everything. And I applied to it. Honestly, I kind of forgot about it. And I didn't think I'd get a job with ESPN. So I was just like, okay, apply, whatever. And then come April, like end of April, like just ending school, like finals week around. I get the first interview, which is like the higher view, which is like you're talking to yourself on camera. And I thought I bombed that interview. I thought it was bad. I was talking to myself. I thought I was crazy. But apparently someone saw something in me. Then I had another interview. I was already home from school. I was already in the summer. And I, okay, take this also with a grain of salt. But they started off this interview with them saying, oh, Reagan, my last name's Carey, Reagan Carey. Like, oh, are you related to Mariah Carey? And I said, no, Jim. And I like started the interview off as like a smart ass. Sorry, excuse my language.
You're good.
But apparently they liked it. They like saw my personality. That's the first thing I said in the interview was, no, Jim. And I'm like, nah, I'm kidding. Like, I was just
Yeah.
like playing with them, but they really saw my personality. And now doing that internship, I realized like that was the culture of the office of just sarcasm and like everyone really had a personality there. So, and then I thought I did well in the rest of the interview. So I ended up getting it, which was the best day of my life. Like so rewarding, so amazing. But just the internship process, applying, interviewing was so gruesome. And honestly, on my last day of my internship this summer, I asked my boss, not that I'm not confident in my abilities, but what made me get past that like application to the actual first interview? Because I think that's the hardest part, especially because I didn't have a connection in the office. I didn't know anyone in the office, whereas every other intern did, like had a connection, had a dad who knew like whatever. So I asked him like, what made me kind of get through that application? And he told me that he loved Ronald Reagan growing up. So he just loved my name and then he wanted to see more of me.
Oh wow.
So,
Literally insane.
so subjective. Like, that's like another piece of advice I give people is you never know what they're thinking when they're looking
Yeah.
at your application. And so, really, the only reason I got a first interview is because he liked Ronald Reagan.
Hmm.
Goodness. But yeah, that's kind of
That's
how it went.
I bet
hilarious.
you're so excited to now not have to be applying for internships and now you can apply for like a real full-time position. Or is that
Uh,
worse?
Yeah, I honestly I think it's worse because
Okay.
internship is like the summer. I already had a job as like a server at a
Yeah.
pool. So like worst comes to worst, I can just be a pool server. But now I'm applying to real world jobs where this is going to be my life and I have to move and I have to start post grad life. Just a little more daunting. It's more fun because I get to be a little more picky of what I want to do
Yeah.
versus I was applying to every internship ever. I feel like right now there was like a job with the Masters. I'm like, I don't want to live in Georgia, so I'm not gonna
Yeah.
apply. Whereas if it was an internship, I'd be like, it's just a summer, I can live there. So it's a little more daunting, but again, I can be a little more picky if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
when you put it like that, it does seem a little bit scarier.
Yes. It is your life we're talking about, so
Right,
versus the
right.
summer. It is quite different, but it's all exciting and it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, kind of speaking about your ESPN internship, what did that look like? Like, what was a day in the life as an intern for ESPN?
Ooh, it was different every single day. Like I know everyone says that in sports, but I was an intern. I would clean the coffee machine every day. I would go get the mail. I would clean the cabinets. So I was for sure an intern, but when I got to sit in on those sales meetings and when I got to go to Rams training camp and interview Matthew Stafford, that's what made it incredible. And get to see Luca on the Lakers like in his press release like it, it was incredible. So like every day was kind of different. I loved the days in the office where I would get to know everyone on the team and learn how to be a salesperson, and also learn how to get content. I would be watching them on the radio every day, kind of picking up things on what they're doing and then how I can even make my podcast better, how I can like be a better storyteller. So it was different every day, but I really just try to take each day at a time and take it all in and talk to every single person in the office. I set up a meeting on the first week with every single person in the office throughout the summer. And so I got to get to know them on a personal level, but also they could get to know me on a personal level, which definitely made the summer worth it and made me enjoy the summer a lot.
I gotta
Did you
know
ever?
who's the coolest person you met.
That's exactly what I was gonna ask,
Really?
actually. Yeah.
Um, Coolest person I met, I saw LeBron from afar, which was incredible. But like person I talked to was probably Aaron Donaldson,
Okay.
AD, um, Matthew Stafford. Um, I just called him Aaron Donaldson. Now I'm thinking it's Aaron Donald. I'm sorry.
You're good.
My brain is going everywhere. Matthew Stafford was the nicest guy ever. He was great.
Oh,
Everyone on the Rams was really cool. Luca, I didn't like really talk to, but he was cool. Um, yeah, that's everyone on the Rams was like people I talked to, and so that was really
That's
cool.
awesome.
that's so cool. Would you
Yeah.
ever want to go back and work for ESPN? Like, obviously in a little bit of a different role, but
Yeah,
it's kind of more of that news outlet.
I would love to. I mean, dream, right? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
fair.
I cannot say that I wouldn't want to go back to ESPN. The radio station I worked for this summer, I would more want to be on the television side, or like the programming side.
Yeah,
And they don't really offer full-time positions from my internship. So I could go back as a part-time content creator, hopefully. I mean, if I wanted to, I could apply for it. Um, but I kind of wanted to do something different.
fair.
So, and I kind of learned that the radio world might not be my future, but it's ESPN. So, like, I am not one to complain.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah.
So like just one last thing, since obviously you're in your senior year now, what's like the one thing you're looking forward to the most for your last year here?
Oh gosh. Honestly, I am not doing any internships right now. I am not working. I am genuinely enjoying being a college student, and I think that is what I have loved. Not that I don't like working. I just have spent a lot of my freshman through junior year at games behind the scenes working, doing everything else than being a college student. So, as a senior, that's just been really kind of rewarding for me. Not only like I probably should be working, like I'm never stopping. I still do the podcast every week. I'm still doing things, but really just enjoying myself and realizing like I won't ever get these 4 years back is crazy. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Um, but yeah, so just enjoy being a college student because you have like your whole life to be on the sidelines if that's what you want to do, and your whole life to meet cool people and like get content if that's what you end up doing. So like college is something that yes, get experience in, but also enjoy yourself and enjoy your life. And I don't know. Yeah.
That was inspirational.
Getting sappy on you.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that's pretty much all we have. But thank you so much for doing this.
Of course, anytime. Seriously. I
Oh,
Thank you
love
so
Sam.
much.
I love him.
Yes.
And I wish
we will.
we did this project when I was in the class, but
Oh, well, obviously, we wish you the best of luck, and
Yeah.
we will all be watching to see where you end up.
thank you.
Oh, no pressure, no pressure. Just we're
No
cheering you
pressure.
on.
No pressure. All right, thank
All
you
right.
guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. Come back next week. We might be on a casino cruise. Stay tuned.
For
Who
sure.
knows? We're 6-7ing on the casino cruise, so y'all would love to tune in.
Oh, that's fatal.
Thank you
Our
to
next
Reagan.
episode will be
She's
about in like
awesome.
6 or 7 days.
Yeah.
Cut the camera. Cut the
Hey,
camera.
if you're watching this, comment down below 6-7, like and
Yes.
subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
On the casino
Bye.
cruise.
Bye.
Bye.
Casino cruise.
Bye.
Bye, fans.